Today we're going to be talking about what the introverted intuition, introverted thinking loop is, also known as an NI-TI loop, and what that means for you, and also a little bit about what NI and TI are. And then I'll tell you one activity that you might try to reset your NI-TI loop and regain control over your life. Hi, I'm Matt Sherman, and welcome to Geek Psychology, where you learn to unleash the superpowers of your personality type. You have a unique perspective on the world. You see things differently than other people, and you feel differently about them too. You have a particular way of understanding the world and your place in it, and this is because of your personality type. First up, loops. What are they? There's a reason why we call them loops. They're just like trains that keep going around and around. The problem is that they're not very fun rides. They're more like anti-gravity rides that spin round and round as the floor drops out than something fun like Space Mountain. They go in circles, they get caught up in their own reinforcing loops, and this leaves us frustrated and helpless. They take us away from where we want to be going, but man, oh man, they're easy to get into. They keep us in the comfort zone of problems and thoughts that we kinda know what to expect, instead of accepting the call to adventure of the ever fearful outer world feedback that actually breaks us out of our loops. So what are NI and TI? Well, first, what is NI? Introverted intuition is a hunches function, which means that it relies on internal impressions and nonverbal communication. It often is referred to as a sixth sense because it allows us to see what's hidden behind the surface. Introverted intuition is also an abstracting function, which means that it collects information from your environment and processes it through subjective meanings, impressions, and images. This can be difficult for other people to understand because it's not always clear why you come up with certain insights or decisions. I call this the visioning mystic as a character within your psyche. It's easy for you to access the unconscious mind or symbolism for guidance. You're the character who questions the nature of the universe. You likely follow your insights, seek deeper meaning, embrace symbols, and have a long-range foresight. And you probably have a serene sense of knowing to you. So what is TI? What is introverted thinking? This is a process of analyzing facts and data and identifying the underlying principles of those to help you make a decision. It's how we internally evaluate the information objectively, like a scientist would do with information, taking it in, checking it, analyzing it before making a decision on it. I call this the analyzing adept as a character within your inner fellowship. It's easy for this character to use technical expertise to solve a problem. And when you're playing this character, you use that technical sense of the world. You're interested in detached analysis, precise thought, understanding information, finding holes in logic, and following your own rules. So a loop is when these two characters are just talking to each other without any input from the other six characters. They're both introverted or defensive, as I call them, and the mystic, NI, gives the big picture of how things are, what's probably going to happen. Then the adept, TI, says, yes, here's why that's right, and he just pulls out this schematics written in crayon. Or, oh, you think this person has bad intentions? You say they're going to hurt you if you open up again? Let's cast an ice wall so that nobody can get in or out, but hey, at least you're safe. And together they form this kind of looping pattern where INFJs can see one thing, but then go back and analyze it from all different sides, looking at it from all different perspectives and aspects and possibilities until they feel like they've got a good grasp on what's actually happening there or what could happen in the future. So why is this a problem? Well, it's only a problem if you're not getting what you want out of life. And most of the time, introverted loops are flavored with inaction and rumination. If you want the group, or you as an emergent of your parts, to succeed, then having these two characters dominate the conversation is going to make it hard for that to happen. One mindset is that you cannot clearly know what's going to happen without getting real-world feedback. At some point, it needs to be brought down into the practical, real-life, measurable realm. And as an INFP, I know how frustrating that is. I also know that it's a process that can't be skipped. And no good scientist only runs simulations without testing it in the hard or real world. Simulations are amazing. Thought experiments between the mystic and the adept lead to massive progress for humanity. when they're brought down from this high level of abstraction and become digestible models that the other 75% of the sensing world can trust and engage with. Bonus! Another solution is for the other members of the team to start speaking up more and contributing their own ideas. This will help balance out the power dynamic and allow everyone's voices to be heard. And the character that needs to do that the most is the unifying envoy, also known as extroverted feeling, FE. And for this character, it's easy to proactively support and provide for others. When you're playing this character, you're in the mode of bringing the team together. You likely boost morale, proactively take care of others, have a strong social presence, and create and maintain harmony. Doing more envoy work means getting out there and talking to people about your ideas and asking them how they feel about them. It will be scary at first, but if you can stick with it long enough, you find that the people around you have an amazing wealth of knowledge and experience that can help guide your decisions in positive ways. And also look for opportunities to get feedback from other people about how they would approach a certain situation or problem. Support them in getting their needs met. It doesn't mean that you need to believe everything that they say, but getting a broader range of inputs will help you isolate and predict the best solution. And then support other people with it, which helps you too. A big part of the envoy is supporting the people around you in ways that help them feel more connected to others, valued, and less lonely. And this might mean, something really practical, like helping your coworkers find a great local pizza place if you've lived in the area for longer than they have. Or maybe it means reaching out to someone who seems disconnected from the group and inviting them to hang out or chat. It might also mean helping someone see the fundamental nature of the universe. Bottom line, I believe you have an untapped superpower within the ability to unify people around an idea and to help them see life differently through embracing a different frame or metaphor, which will help you to feel more connected to the seed of human nature. When you use this superpower for good, everyone wins. You have the ability to make a difference in someone's life just by being yourself and reaching out. So go forth and be awesome. Also, click on this next video here to learn about Vision, the superhero from Marvel, and how he deals with being an INFJ. Or click here for the Superman version. Marvel or DC? What you gonna do? That it collects information from your environment and processes. And a loop is when these two characters are just talking to each other without any input from the other 7 characters. 6 characters. Math characters.